No coughing. I was waiting for it. All right, so I'll give you guys some time here to work on that. Sorry, can't play music. Copyright. YouTube will take me down. I have too many followers to be taken down.
Oh, my God. I'm just gonna do this, son. You're not that good at
What? Hey, come on now.
it.
You hear that?
You better type more than that.
Oh,
I'm gonna talk points over here. I didn't.
my subscribers are all listening.
Give me your rating. Promise me to do better. They will. Ow.
You should know.
Oh, you could type a little more.
Okay, all right, let's get to it. So, with this conflict, why is England and Spain going at it? Why are they fighting? What's the reason for it? What is the reason for it? Brody said this earlier. Hmm. Hmm. Well, Brody, what do you think? Why are they fighting? Religion? Yeah, one of the biggest reasons here is because of religion. Right? We talked about it. As England separates itself from the church, right? The Catholic Church. Who was the king of England that did this? What was his name? He was huge. Remember? Like 400 pounds. Hooper.
King Henry VIII.
Yes, Henry VIII. Good job. Through the act of what? What was this act called where he separated himself?
Everyone. A
Awesome.
little couple lamers, but they
Ah.
pinky promised me they're gonna be better next time.
I hope so. What was this act called here? Go ahead, Brody.
Act of supremacy.
Yeah, the act of supremacy. Good. All right, so Henry VIII, England separates itself from the church. Obviously, Spain is not too happy about this. Right at the time, the Holy Roman Emperor was Charles V from Spain. So you got to imagine they're not happy. In the process of this going down, Henry VIII, why did he want to go through the separation of the church? He also, what did he do? How did he do this? He wanted a what? A divorce from his wife, right? Where's his wife from? Where was she from? Zach, Spain. What was her name? You remember? Oh, brownie points. Brownie points. Adam Sandler. Catherine of Aragon. Yep, good job. So with that being said, you can imagine this tensions here, the rivalry is already beginning between Spain and England. Also, this age of exploration is happening, right? It's all getting kicked off right around this time. So, not yet. So with Spain, as they're extracting a lot of resources from the New World, like gold, silver, and other sources, right? Who was a thorn in the side of Spain? England was, right? What were these English ships and these English explorers? What were they? Hooper. Pirates. They were pirates. Yeah, good job. So a lot of them were pirating many of these Spanish ships. So that being said, you think Spain's just going to sit around and let that happen? No way. So what do they create? What do they create with all their money, all their funding? This larger than life navy. What was the navy called? Harry?
Spanish Armada.
Good. Yes, the Spanish Armada.
Are you still recording like that?
All right, so the Spanish Armada, they decided to sail up around England. They wanted to bring the fight to them. They said, hey, we're gonna get them back to the Catholic order. And at the same time, we're done with them trying to pirate our ships. This is done for, we're done with it, right? So they sail their Spanish Armada, this massive fleet, up around England, right? One thing here to note is that in England, there's constant storms here, right? Bad weather, not great. And for a lot of these ships, right, and a lot of these people that are navigating the ships, it's still early on. And the waters of the English Channel are very treacherous. And we'll talk about this even when we get to World War II, the D-Day invasion. They actually had to delay it because the weather conditions were so bad. And that's 400 years later with more modern technology. So you can imagine just back in the 1500s with this war, how difficult it would be to try to navigate these waters. All right, anyway, so where did a lot of the Spanish Armada dock? Where did they set up their dock there? What country? They also did not like England. They fought 100 years war between each other. Remember who?
Philippines.
No, what? I was recording and everything. Now I gotta edit that. Wow. What country? Zach? France, good. Finland. Remember that one?
I'm not gonna say
Oh,
it.
yeah, remember that one? Jeez, all right, already have to take that out because the Philippines are not in Europe. Holy cow. All right, so anyway, France, good. So as France is allowing Spain to dock their ships up here, Sir Francis Drake comes up with a crazy idea. What was this crazy idea? What did he do to try to take out this fleet even before they got out in the open water? What did he do? What did he do? He came up with this crazy idea. What did he do? Come on now, Harry.
Set the ships on fire and coming out of the.
What's your language? I'm recording. But yes, good. So he set these smaller ships on fire. And yeah, I know the term wasn't out there yet, but kamikaze them into these massive Spanish Armada, the massive ships here that Spain had, even before they could get out in the open water. So as that's happening, you got to imagine some of these other Spanish ships, which are large, massive, they can't maneuver real well, can they? No. They try to scurry out and try to escape before they get destroyed too. With that being said, a lot of the Spanish generals here, captains of these ships are like, we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. We never explored these types of waters before. And man, these storms are brutal. The water is very treacherous. So as they get out in the open water to escape these flaming ships flying at them, they're lost. They don't know where to go. But who does know how to navigate these waters? The English, right? So the English also had what? They weren't big ships. They were smaller, right? They're more maneuverable, faster, they're quicker. And the video explained a little bit too about their artillery. They had long range artillery. They could launch these attacks from far, far distances. Anyway, one thing to note here too, which we talked about yesterday, and the video mentioned more, was this an act of God here? Maybe, just maybe. Right? These weather conditions caused Spain to lose track, and many of them actually became shipwrecked, and a lot of them too just kind of floated out here in the Atlantic Ocean, and were never seen again. So it just so happens that England is very protected because they're this island and where there's constant storms, and well, that's a great defense, so as it is, right? Where you don't even have to really do too much, let's face it, to defend yourself. So with this victory, right, who's going to lead the way now when it comes to colonization in the New World? Who won this conflict? Brody? England. Yeah, England, right? So England wins this, and it's no problem here. They're going to lead the world here when it comes to colonization. when it comes to setting up these settlements all around the world, right? So from here on out, England's gonna lead the way. They're gonna have the strongest navy. And, well, they're gonna take a back seat to no one, Right? Later, this will change down the line. We won't see a stronger navy control the seas until us, the United States, after World War II. So that's a long time, isn't it? Where England has control of the high seas, where they have the ability here to imperialize other lands, colonize these other lands, which isn't always great. I get that, but for Western civilization, that's very important. All right, so there's a little bit about this conflict here. England has now taken over the high seas, right? Yes, okay. And they're going to establish these colonies to make a lot of money moving forward. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Sir Francis Drake, he was knighted, right? By Queen Elizabeth I after this, right? He circumnavigated the globe. We talked about that too. Good stuff. All right, last thing here, moving forward. Here's your assignment for today. Oh, no, an assignment? Yes. So we talked about this age of exploration. We just finished up this topic. We are going to have a test next week, right? Next week. Luckily for you guys, you're off Monday. Nice. Right? Tuesday, I will give you a little bit of time to work on this assignment. I recommend if you want to get a good head start on it, here you go. I put the questions here at the top. You guys can copy that over to a Google Doc if you like and answer them. Right? Attached, you'll find too with the assignment, you'll see the reading and the questions attached to it too, but there are the questions. Okay, you just can copy it over to a Google Doc. If you want to write them out, that's fine too. Just make sure you have this finished up by the end of the day on Tuesday, right? I will give you time to work on it in class, but here is your time now. Tuesday, I'll give you a little bit, and then I'd like to move on from here. But this talks about Columbus's first voyage. Look at that. Good, good. So we're kind of bringing this all back in together, right? Awesome.